Now, like the proverbial leopard that is incapable of changing its spots, it has been difficult to stop the Nigerian police from indiscriminate mounting of checkpoints. As the Apapa gridlock in Lagos lingers, authorities of the Nigerian Port Authority, NPA, are blaming congestion at the port on extortion at checkpoints mounted by officers of the Nigerian police and Nigerian Navy.
Ports operations are one of the major drivers of trade and investment activities across countries. In Nigeria, the prospects of the nation's sea and land ports are beclouded with numerous challenges. Ports congestion, traffic gridlock, decayed infrastructure, poor access roads, bribery, and security concerns are some of the basic challenges across the nation's ports.
We need all these checkpoints.
But we are not the ones putting the checkpoints, sir.
The House Committee on Customs is here interfacing with key actors in the sector with the aim of making the ports competitive.
Apart from the cost, which is abnormal and triple, there is time consumption, which leads to delays, make nonsense of the federal government policy of ease of doing business.
Avoidable congestion is identified as the major obstacle to economic development in the last 6 years, as the lawmakers seek answers to many questions.
Now we need to understand, are you talking about policy issues or procedural issues? That you just get to customer and they tell you that this thing has changed. Because if it is a government policy, government policy sometimes it takes time before you implement.
It is an opportunity for those invited to lay it bare and prefer the way forward.
The first problem is the issue of extortion. There are multiple...
Issue of extortion.
Yes, there are multiple checkpoints within what we call the red zone.
Shipping companies are constrained by the risk element that accompanies transportation of cargo from the water port to the inland ports.
We have a lot of tables to pass through before a single container will come out of the port.
For the Nigeria Customs Service, cooperation is key among all actors in the industry.
The issue of scanners, everybody is aware of it. The moment the scanners are ready, Nigerian Customs Service will certainly deploy because it's even easier. While you can examine manually 100 containers, with scanners you can do 1,000 containers.
Yeah.
As part of the resolution of the interactive meeting, the committee agreed to embark on an oversight of all agencies in the sector to further assess the situation and provide solutions. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
The problem of Apapa, that problem of congestion, the gridlock, it has been a crisis that is looking as if we can't get it over with, or it's not something we can find a lasting solution to. There's been a presidential task force on this. Lagos State took over at a point in time, but we still have this problem persisting, and they fingered these security agencies as some of them mounting of this checkpoint have been a problem, this gridlock, and corruption.
Yes.
Surrounded by corruption.
This time, the NPA has come up with all kinds of measures meant to ease traffic.
Electronic,
along that corridor, meant to make life at least bearable for business people going inside the port and coming out. Remember, many people used to have houses even in that area. They've abandoned their houses to live elsewhere.
Can't live there, Papa,
because there's no way you can live long if every time you are in traffic for 5 hours.
Every day.
Every day. How can your life be long? Life expectancy for people living in such areas will be extremely short and brutish. So all kinds of ideas, different committees have been set up, presidential committee, let's solve this problem. There was a time I was reading that the call-up system that they introduced was bearing dividends. And I was so happy. I said, God, at last we appear to have found a solution to this thing. It did not last more than maybe 1 or 2 weeks. We started hearing that the gridlock was back again. I said, what is going on? We were just happy to read these reports that things had changed. How come now again we are hearing that this that is not working again? The human factor is a big clog in the wheel of progress in our country. People come up with good ideas to make life less difficult for all of us, but some individuals, because of what they want to gain, will just come up with all kinds of schemes to make life difficult for other people. Now, because it's NPA saying it, if it was this licensed custom agents and other people do business, they're saying it, we will say, don't mind them, because they are corrupt. But if it is NPA saying it,
the landlord,
then we have to ask ourselves the pertinent questions. Because if NPA does not feel the pinch, NPA will not come out to say, look, these are the people causing all of this. And they are saying, look, that at times you can count in a day 20 to 30 checkpoints within the Tinkan and Papa corridor. And that sometimes area boys will even be collecting bribes on behalf of our uniformed men. It's such a perplexing situation. When will it end? That is the problem. Is this problem still going to outlast this administration? Because they inherited this problem, and I know all the big moves that they made to solve this problem. But are we saying that this thing that has no solution, that it will keep defying every solution thrown at it? I mean, it's just terrible. It's just terrible.
Olayinka, what do you make of this situation?
Well, the problem is human. It is not any other thing. We've said it before. Give it to the government, either at state level or at federal level. There are steps that have been taken to make life easy for citizens. But where we blame the government is that will to punish those who bring infractions on the law. For instance, the issue of the call-up system, why did it fail? When it failed, who did you punish? Did you investigate and say this is why it failed? It is the same thing that is happening in all government offices, in everything that government is involved in. I made that example some time ago. When you want to obtain your driver's license or international passport, all the things that needed to be done, that are done in everywhere else in the world, has been done in Nigeria. Go online, pay, print your receipt and everything, and take it to the office that I've paid. This is it, and all that. But you get there, they will tell you, no, it has not dropped, this. So, why is it that this thing is failing? These are the things, those are the little knots that need to be tied. Why did the call-up system fail? Who are the people behind it that made it to fail? And what is the punishment that have been meted out to them? Because we will not continue to go on like this. I have a neighbor who does business at the Tinkan port. What it says happen is that when you complain that when they change the task force, that okay, the other task force has failed, they bring another task force. In 1 week, the task force, that the new one will work.
Initial gra.
Exactly. But after some time, some people will have gone to them, oh boy, this is your opportunity to make it, oh, you better use your opportunity. Then they will relax again. Everything will break down, and they will go back to...
So it's one big cartel.
Exactly. So, if these people are not polished, it will continue to happen. And I always tell people, I said, look, government may have its own problem, but we as human beings also have our own problems. Because where the government fails is that issue of punishment. Why is it that people frustrate your system? They are reported, you know them, they are caught, but they are never punished. They allow them, okay, Olayinka has made this thing fail. We deploy him to another department and bring Ayo. Ayo succeeds in the first 1 week. He begins to fail. They deploy him again and bring another person. That is the problem. If you don't punish people, it will continue to happen.
At the meeting, at the Inter-Security Agency meeting,
yes,
that was held last week, it was resolved that those illegal checkpoints will be identified and removed. Now, we want to see them
removed,
make good the promise that they made. You promised to identify those illegal checkpoints and remove them. They are saying that policemen whose duty it is to catch vehicles that illegally get into the ports are the same people who escort them straight into the port. So how do you deal with such a situation? So you see that corruption is an enemy of progress, and that's why we have to deal with corruption. If we do not get these people, in fact, those who have set up illegal checkpoints, they should arrest them.
Yes.
We used to have the IG monitoring squad, the X squad, and the rest of them. And they were arresting people in those days during Tafa Balogun's era. They will come and suddenly arrest you, check your pocket if you have squeezed naira notes in your pocket or inside your socks. They will arrest you, take you away, and you are out of the force. We need to begin to do those things. They say even some of them are wearing naval uniforms and they're starting.
Tony is calling us from Apapa.
Oh, good.
Okay, yes.
All right, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Journalist, is it journalist Hangout?
Yes, yes.
Yes, I am happy to contribute to you. I've been longing to.
Okay.
I've been longing to get you people. Thank you for today's topic. It really affects me. I stay in Apapa. I'm a great agent.
Okay. So,
okay, please.
So, is it true what we are hearing?
What is causing the dreadlock is customs. One, because we have about 5 customs checkpoints on the road. Either you have the TVC squad, or you have the other monitoring squad, the federal operations squad. All these squads are even parking on the road. When any container comes, they stop it there. When they stop it, instead of checking your documents and allowing you to go, they start checking again, that kind of a thing. And you know, these containers have been examined, released, signed by customs, everything. Somebody holds box, release box, somebody holds box on the road. It causes deadlock. That's the deadlock we're talking about. Then secondly, there are, for that congestion inside the port, the main cause of it is there are a lot of reporters are not straightforward. What they do, they bring in one item, add in another item. But what government should do with the problem we are having, we're supposed to check, so long as it's not contraband, they give them DA to pay. Because it is happening that they have been doing it. Anything, if you declare wrongly, they will get 25% penalty. Then why can't they then allow these containers to be examined? The owners will come, some of them that have done that mistakes, will then pay penalties to it and carry the container and go. From there, you will see if somebody will just be coming from Apapa, from Abuja, say it's an operational situation in Legon. He will come to Apapa, he will come to Tingan, examine containers, get the things as a problem, and leave the container there and go and seize the container.
Thank you.
Thank
you for your contribution. You could go on and on and on, but
I even wanted to ask him if indeed there are many illegal police checkpoints, as the NPA guys have said. But since it's the NPA,
okay, it's still on. The president said it's still on.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, since you work in that area, you are a customs license agent.
Yes.
Is it true that there are many uniformed men, naval officers, policemen who are on the road creating checkpoints where they should not be? Is this true? This statement by the NPA MD, is it true?
They are only in one place officially. They they are at Ejora, on top of bridge of Ejora.
Officially.
Yes, every day they are there. We see them mount themselves there. Every day as we are going back, you see them mounting themselves at Ejora, on top of Ejora bridge there. But yes, they still say they have their convoys that they are using to, like what the transporters do say. It's what the transporters that we give containers to load for us normally say before they will bring container to Ababa, there will be problem here and there, they collect money. But to be sincere, the only stand we see is on top of the Ejora bridge. That's where you see police, last man, all those road maintenance, all those things, they are there on top of that bridge.
Thank you for the information. Thank you for the information.